And speaking of the NFL, we've spoken about this before, but now you have the possibility of having a discussion of maybe having the Super Bowl played in London. Now, London wants this, okay? The UK ambassador, Peter Mandelson, lobbies for the Super Bowl to be held in Britain. He's the U.S. ambassador, and he's lobbying for the first Super Bowl outside of the United States. Okay, this is how these things get started. Now, if the commissioner, if somebody has an opportunity to talk to him and say, hey, what did you think of the UK ambassador talking about a Super Bowl? The commissioner will say the following. Oh, you know what? We've considered everything, the growth of the sport, and we play so many games now, the international portion of this, and, it's something that we'll take into consideration. But as for now, we have the Super Bowl, and we have, cities that are locked in over the next X number of years. I mean, but he will address it. I don't know if he would give you a no comment. If he gave you no comment, well, now I'm really interested. But you might get some political speak from the commissioner, but I think it's inevitable. And I don't know if there's any of us who will turn it off or not tune in because it's not in the United States. Now, you might have that anti-American sentiment and, what are we doing? And that's our sport. Well, we shipped out baseball opening day. I don't know if anybody was enraged by that except for me. The NBA is expanding. Maybe there's a European portion of this. But I think every sport's looking for growth. Even golf now. Golf just hired Tiger Woods, Theo Epstein. They're trying to look at the future of the sport. And they're promising there's big changes there. But Tiger was named to a committee that's basically about the future of the sport. And they promise big changes. And I don't know what those big changes could be, but every sport is looking for more revenue. How do we grow the game? And there's going to be a separate TV package for the international games. So the NFL is going to sell that off for, $1 billion because now they have more revenue. We've added another game. Now they'll add another game after that, and then you're going to have maybe more international games. But I think this is just inevitable with the growth of the game. Baseball's talking about expansion. Maybe 4 new teams in here. Maybe they're going to have realignment. Maybe we don't have an American League and a National League. And I know if you're of my age or anybody over 50, you're probably saying he's ruining the sport. They're going to ruin the sport. All of these commissioners know where is the next piece of revenue because they have to they're beholden to the owners because the owners are saying we got to make more money. Got to make more money. College football. We're at 12. Now we'll go to 14 or 16. And now you have at least the possibility, proposals on the table, of going to 24, 28. March Madness, 68. Well, you got to go to 72 or 76. Every one of these sports, it's about the growth. How do we grow it? How do we make more money? And that's happening right now. Happening right now with baseball. Happening right now with the NBA. Happening right now with the NFL. And golf is trying to grow the sport again. And you have the competition with Live Tour. And now Tiger's involved in this. Theo Epstein, who's a baseball GM. I mean, he's involved in this. And maybe there is something that they'll do that I don't know what could be drastic. I think, maybe the number of events. I like relegation. Relegation. They have relegation on Live Tour. And Ian Poulter, I think, just got relegated. Why I know that? I don't know. I have no life. But I think that's the interesting part of watching what they're trying to do. And you can't stay stagnant. There's some things this baseball commissioner has done that I think are positive. I think that he earned criticism with talking about the World Series trophy was just a piece of metal when talking about the Astros. That was stupid. The Pete Rose portion of putting him on the ballot or making him eligible, that came from pressure from President Trump. Roger Goodell, he's a businessman. It's growth of the game. It's not necessarily for the betterment of the game, but I don't think anybody's going to tune out the Super Bowl if it's played in London. But I do think we're going there. I don't know when. Maybe it's 10 years. But maybe in our lifetime, we're going to have a Super Bowl outside the United States.